Welcome back, Stoner Squad, and welcome to all those new to the channel. My name is DanIsStoned, and I'm delighted for you guys to be able to join me today for a brand new Imperator Academy video. Now, it has been a while since I've done an Imperator guide, and with the Archimedes update finally released bringing some neat change to the game, I thought the time was right to do another video. Today, I will go through what I find to be the most significant changes brought by the update. I will not be doing a thorough review of all the changes detailed in the patch notes because that would take forever, and I only really want to cover the important and significant changes and explain to you guys how they all work. Before we get things started, for all those new to the game and who purchased the game following the release of Archimedes, I advise you to go and check out the other videos in the Imperator Academy playlist. It should help you all get to grips with the game in its state pre-Archimedes. All these videos in the guide in the Imperator Academy playlist are all up to date, bar a few details, but it's more than enough to get you started and help you understand how the game works. A pop-up should appear just about now at the top of your screen, so if you want to go and check out that playlist, just click on it and it should take you over there. Anyway, let's get straight down to business. The very first thing I wanted to talk about is the mechanic that's had the biggest overhaul of them all, and that's religion. Prior to Archimedes, the religion tab was limited to click a button, call down an omen, and then gain a bonus depending on the omen that you called down. Now, the game has diversified religion and to great effect. Now, you have a pantheon that can have up to 4 active deities at a time. The deities are represented by the little squares here, and you can see there's 4 of them active in this pantheon. Each deity or god will grant you a passive effect, which will be active as long as that deity is residing in your pantheon. For example, Athena Primakos here, the deity of war, grants us the passive ability of plus 5% to army morale because she is selected in your pantheon. This same principle applies to all of the other deities currently selected in the pantheon. For example, Athena Parthenos grants us the passive ability of national citizen happiness. The Hades, the Hellenic deity of economy, grants us the passive effect of minus 5% to build cost. And Demeter Poknia, the Hellenic deity of fertility, grants us plus 5% to state religion happiness. It's also worth noting that you can swap out deities for others, allowing you to customize your pantheon and select deities with different bonuses to satisfy your ever-changing needs. All you need to do is select the Change Deity button to open up a list of available gods and goddesses, each attributing different bonuses. For example, just click on the button here, Change Hellenic Deity, and you will see that there's a lot of other gods to choose from to change to place in your pantheon. So basically, if I was to click on Poseidon, I would select the god Poseidon to replace Athena Primakos, and Poseidon's passive bonus would be active instead of Athena Primakos' passive bonus. However, it is very important to note that when you want to change your pantheon, it does cost you 15 stability to change it. So think wisely before changing. It's quite a heavy cost really. You will also notice that under the passive effect of your deities in your pantheon, there is a secondary bonus. This is called your active effect. This is the effect of the omen that you have called down. So basically what happens is, it's pretty much like before the Archimedes update where you call down an omen. Well, you can still call down an omen, and this omen that you call down is called the active effect. In order to activate this, all you need to do is click on the portrait of each deity in your pantheon, and you can choose the one to activate. You call down the omen for a period of 5 years. It's pretty much the same as calling down omens before the Archimedes patch. And next to the omen you've called down, you can see how long it lasts for. And when you call down these omens, you gain access to that extra active effect. So here it is, the national tax plus 13.5%. The game has also introduced religious treasures called reliquaries. These can be looted and are stored in holy sites. To see all the relics that you possess, just select the reliquary button at the top right hand corner of the religious tab, and you will see all the relics that you possess and what bonus they provide, as well as their location. It is represented by this little box here. Just click on it, and here you can see all of your relics, and each relic grants you a different bonus. You can also just click on every single relic inside your reliquary to see where it is based. For example, the Iconial Graces, it currently resides in Athens, and it increases my local research points in Athens by 5%. These relics are stored in holy sites, which is also a new addition in the game. To see all the different holy sites, just click on the religious map mode here and you'll see the different holy sites for your religion. For example, you can see here I have a holy site in Athens, and in Athens it is where the relic Anconial Graces is currently residing. So the Anconial Graces resides in the holy site of Athens, which increases the local research points of Athens by 5%. Now time for a quick tip. If you place a deity in one of the Pantheon slots and you possess the holy site for that deity, you gain an extra 25% boost to that deity's associated modifiers. For example, if I was to replace Athena Parthenos here with Athena, then the bonuses associated with Athena, so basically Athena here, she would give me a 12.5% boost to political influence generated and plus 13.5% to research points generated if the omen was active. These bonuses would be increased by 25% because the holy site for Athena is Athens, which I control. You can see who controls the site for that deity because the logo of your nation appears just next to that deity when you wish to change them in the Pantheon. Athens I control, so I would gain an extra 25% boost to that deity's modifiers, which is really cool, and the game doesn't necessarily tell you that. Now that religion is out the way, I wanted to talk about another big change, and that change is to the loyalty mechanic. Loyalty is now a fixed sum. It no longer fluctuates up or down each month. It is now a fixed stat which increases and decreases depending on a variety of factors. The best way to describe this is like the Crusader Kings 2 model of loyalty, where every character has a base loyalty stat, and on that base stat is added or subtracted a certain amount based on underlying factors such as the individual's power base, character traits, inventions, and so on. Here, for example, I'll just move my mouse cursor over this guy's loyalty, and you can see that the base loyalty for the characters are 60, and then it increases or decreases their loyalty depending on a multitude of factors. So here, for example, the guy is abrasive, so this is a character trait. It decreases his loyalty straight away by 5. He is a rival, so he decreases his loyalty again by 10. However, his family is married to the ruler family, so his loyalty is increased. So compared to before Archimedes, where each month the loyalty would go up or down, depending on a multitude of factors, now it's a fixed stat, and it increases straight away or decreases straight away, depending on a number of factors. This makes loyalty a lot more important, and the threat of civil wars is increased significantly, meaning that you have to pay attention to your character's loyalty. This change also makes individuals more important, meaning that you have to choose who to give power to in your realm with extreme caution. It may not sound like much, but trust me, the change is considerable. I am constantly trying to keep my nobles loyal and having to be extremely careful not to give one individual family too much power. Now, with the Archimedes update, the threat of civil war seems to pop up all over the place. Now, in my personal and humble opinion, I think the mechanic needs balancing a bit. It kind of goes too much towards the Civil War too often, so I think it just needs a slight rebalancing, but the concept is good. I mean, it makes characters a lot more kind of important, and you need to kind of be really careful on who you give power to. And finally, one change that might have gone unnoticed is a small but subtle change to Freeman. They now generate a small amount of tax, meaning they not only provide manpower, but a small portion of taxable income. To see this, just hover your mouse cursor over the Freeman icon in any given territory, and you'll see that it now highlights the tax button just above the manpower button, up here. So you've got your tax income, your manpower income, and here you've got your Freeman, and it just highlights them both up, which is really cool. And you can see now here that my Freeman the 12 Freeman in the city of Athens provide 0.09 extra tax. This is pretty cool because now Freeman you feel like they can bring you something extra. I mean, before this patch, Freeman were just manpower, and I really had no incentive to build anything to get more Freeman, especially if I was playing wide, because I just conquer so many pops and I just have so much manpower and I wouldn't really bother. Now at least, Freeman, they do provide that little bit of cash, so it could be useful if you're kind of lacking some manpower to build the barracks or the buildings that increase your Freeman, because you would also gain a little bit of extra cash from it. So I think it's a neat little addition. Anyway, that's it for this small video, guys. I couldn't cover everything, so I chose only what I kind of perceived as the most important changes. I hope this helped you guys out and helped you understand the changes brought to the game with this update. If you thought the video was helpful, then please hit that like button, and if you want to see more Imperator content, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining me, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next one for another episode of Imperator Academy. Later, people.